the championship is back. So here are my predictions for next season. Obviously, I'm a Oxford United fan. So last season they got relegated, sadly. So obviously, maybe I care a bit less about the championship now, but it's still one of the best leagues in the world. I think. Obviously, it's probably top 5 leagues in the world, and starting tomorrow as well. Pretty sure it's Wolves Blackburn. So anyway, I'm gonna make some predictions. Obviously, I'm probably not the best knowledge on this, but I'll see. We'll see in it. So first team up, we got Burnley. Obviously, they went down last season. They were poor in the Prem, but at the end of the day, any team that goes from the Prem should do decent. So for now, I'll put them in third to eighth, but I'll change it later. I'll change each position as it goes. The further it is to the left, is the higher you are in the league, obviously. So next up, we got Millwall. Obviously, they finished third last season. They were like, what, 1 or 2 points off automatic promotion? And they messed up. I'm pretty sure they lost to Hull, which was embarrassing. Obviously, Hull promoted now. But Millwall, I think they'll be disappointed from last season. I think they could struggle a lot. I think Millwall, obviously, that's circus team. So I think they'll finish in the playoffs because there's a six-man playoff this year. So they should finish in the playoffs for now. I'll put them there as well. But I don't see them challenging for automatic promotion right now. Next up, Birmingham. Yeah. Like, again, Birmingham, I think they're okay in it. I think they're decent. But last season, they were mid-table. They're a big team, but I think they're mid-table. Will they be top mid? I think they'll be challenging playoffs, but no. I think they'll be top half of the Prem, but no. And Cardiff, obviously, they've just gone up. They had Aaron Ramsey as last season's manager. Obviously, now he's Oxford's manager. Obviously, Cardiff's a big team. It's a famous team. He used to play in the Prem back in the day. It's a big city as well. But they didn't win the league last season in League One. Actually, Lincoln won. They finished second. So I think they could struggle. So for now, I'll put them to get relegated. I'll see the other teams, but right now, I don't see them staying up. And we got Bristol City. Again, they could challenge playoffs. I think they could definitely challenge playoffs. But obviously, they were decent last season. I'm pretty sure they were like a few points off playoffs last season. And now obviously 8th place gets you playoffs as well. So I might put them playoffs for now, and I'll see how it goes later. Next we got Charlton. Obviously last season, they're one of the reasons Oxford got relegated. So I don't like them. So I think I'll put them relegated. They got lucky last season. This season they'll struggle a lot. Second season's always harder than the first. That's what I believe anyway. I think you think you're safe and then you go down. That's what I usually see. Then we got Bolton. Obviously, they came through the playoffs last season. But even though they came through the playoffs, I think out of all the teams that went up, they've got the highest chance to stay up, I think. Obviously, it's a big club, famous club. I think now that they've finally got to the championship, they're not going to go down, I don't think. So that's why I'll put them bottom half of the table, but I don't think they'll get relegated. I think they'll be safe. Obviously, next we got Lincoln. Like I said, they won the league last season comfortably. I swear they got like over 100 points, which is crazy. They did really good last season. I think no one expected them to do that good. But again, I just don't see them staying up. Well, they might. For now, put them relegated, but we'll see. I think they will struggle. And we got Derby. They were poor last season. Derby were poor, if I remember. Pretty sure they were struggling to stay up. Now, the last few years they've been really poor. But again, I'll put them next to Bolton. But again, I'm saying that once I put all the people in the tier list, then I'll see how it's looking, and I might change it up a bit. Then we got Norwich. Obviously, that's where the TikTok or those 3 guys in the photo, like Timo Pukki, Cantwell, and Buendia. Those are good days when they were like the yo-yo club. of England. But they've slowed down a lot. They've been mid-table, I think, recently. I think this year could be a difference. I think this year they'll go playoffs. I think they have a chance to get into playoffs. See, now that there's 6 teams in the playoffs now, because like new format, so I think they'll be able to get in. But there's Logan Sargent. I don't even know if he still plays them. If he does, he'll get a few goals. Then we got Preston. Obviously, they usually start really well this season. It's like I think for the last 2 seasons, they've been top 4 for the first like 10 games of the season. So they're good starters. But I think the run will come to end. I think for Preston, I think they won't get into playoffs. I think they'll be top half, but I don't think they'll get playoffs. Then we got Portsmouth. Portsmouth. Obviously, they've struggled 2 seasons in a row. They got Murphy, which Oxford United legend, but he's a good player. But I think they could go down. I think Portsmouth could go down, Pompey. So I think I'll put him there for now. Again, this can all change. I'm still not 100% sure. And we got Sheffield. Sheffield United. Obviously, they're a big club as well. Big aspirations. They lost Gustavo Hammer, which is one of the best players. Coventry, I think. Actually, last season they started really poor, but in the second half of the season they were one of the best teams in the league. So purely going off that, I think they'll be fighting for automatic. But for now, I'll put them playoffs. But they'll be near the automatic promotion places. I think they're unlucky because, as we'll get on later, I think there's 2 way better teams in the league which should get top 2 easily. And we got Watford. Again, Watford, I don't see anything from them. I think they'll just be a mid-low table team that won't get relegated but won't fight for promotion. Then we got Stoke. Obviously, last season they had a great first half of the season. They were top 2 at one point. They were cooking. I gotta say they were cooking. But second half of the season they were poor, really poor. And purely going off that, if their second half of the season was bad, that should correlate to the start of this season. So I think they will struggle and they'll be mid-table as well. Then we got West Brom. Again, another team that was fighting relegation last season with Oxford, of course. But they locked in the end of the season. They got, I think, like 3 wins in a row. So like they were really good end of the season. So that's why I think they will be safe. I think they'll get top half. I think they'll have a good season. Then we got QPR. Again, this is a mid-table team. I think they're not gonna fight for. I think they'll be bottom half again. Then we got West Ham. Again, this is one of the teams I was saying should get automatic. I think even though Somerville's left them and they've still got Bowen, which is Bowen's probably 3 times better than the second best player in this league. Obviously, he's like one of England's best wingers, and he's playing the championship, which is crazy. Like I'm calling, he'll get a 30-goal, 20-assist season. This will go down as one of the best championship performances of any team or any player for Bowen at least. So I don't see anywhere but West Ham winning the league. If West Ham don't win the league, it's embarrassing. That's what I personally believe. Then we got Blackburn Rovers. Again, I think they could fight for playoffs because 2 years ago they were really good. Then last season they struggled. So I think once again they'll do good. They'll be near. Obviously, I'll see how I feel at the end. And we got Middlesbrough. Obviously, last season before their manager left, they were top 2, and then they had a shocker. They should have got promoted realistically. They should have been the second place team to get promoted, but they didn't. It was their fault, and that's why I think they'll be disappointed from last season, and I think they won't even get playoffs. I think they'll be just too disappointed. Then we got Swansea, another Welsh team. There's actually a lot of Welsh teams this year, actually, in the championship, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But I think Swansea will get. I think they've had a poor. They're not a great team. but I think they'll be top half. I think we've got too many teams in top half. We got, I know, so they need to be bottom half. Because I only got 5 teams in total. And we got Wolves. Again, this is the second team I said that I thought will easily get top 2. And these 2 teams are by far the best teams in the league, I believe. Even with, obviously, they lost João Gomez, but their team is still stacked. Like, they got Trippier, Jimenez. Like, these are Prem players, come on. So they'll be easily top 2. I don't think they'll beat West Ham. West Ham are levels above, but Wolves will easily get promoted. Then we got Southampton. Obviously, they start with a 4 points deduction because of the Spygate situation. But even with a 4 point deduction, I think they will still get playoffs. I think they'll still get playoffs easily. And then we got Wrexham. Obviously, last season had a decent season. To be fair to them, they had a very decent season. So I can't put them bottom half of the table. So I'll put them there. And now we got to change it up a bit because we got too many teams. So what we got West Ham first, Wolves second. Who's coming third? I don't want to be boring and just put the 3 teams that went down to get top 3. But I think Burnley will get third. Then I think Southampton will get fourth. I think Southampton will be fourth. Even with the minus 4 points deduction, they'll still be good enough to get top 4. Then 5th place, I don't know why, I'm just seeing a Sheffield United masterclass this season. So I think Sheffield United will be 5th. And then 6th, yeah, 6th place, I don't know. 6th place, I think I'll put Norwich 6th. I think I'll put Norwich 6th. Damn, that's 5th. I'll put Norwich 6th. I mean, I think that's fine. 7th, Millwall, 8th, Bristol. I think that's fine. 9th place, I think it'll be Middlesbrough. I think, oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I think Birmingham will have a decent season if it's 9th. And Middlesbrough 10th, I think. I do think Middlesbrough will struggle this season because of last season, the disappointment of last season. Then I think it's pretty good. I think Preston 11th is fine. Stoke 12th is fine. I think Wrexham should be a bit higher. Wrexham should probably be above West Brom. I think Wrexham, they had a good first season, but I think they'll struggle this season. So I think that's all good. So we got 9th, Birmingham, 10th, Middlesbrough, 11th, Preston, 12th, Stoke, 13th, Wrexham, 14th, West Brom, 15th. Oh, damn, we got 1 too many teams. So that means I think I'll put Blackburn down then. So then we got 15th place. We got, who's going to be 15th? These don't really matter, do they? I'll just be quick. I think Blackburn will be. I think Bolton will be 15th. I think Bolton have a good season. But no, I do think Blackburn will be 15th. But Watford should be a bit higher, probably. Watford should be a bit higher. Then we got Derby, Bolton. Yeah, that's all good, I think. And then bottom 4, I think Lincoln are going to be last place this season. And I think that's good. I think obviously 21st Cardiff, 22nd Charlton, 23rd Portsmouth, 24th Lincoln. I mean, that's my predictions. Obviously, as you can clearly see, don't have too much ball knowledge of this. But hopefully, by end of the season, it'll be half okay. Obviously, Championship is anyone can win. It's probably the hardest league to predict, especially when I've got basically zero knowledge of most teams. But I hopefully this is a decent predictions. I mean, if you disagree with me, put it in the comments. Make sure you like, maybe subscribe. See you next time. Bye.